Damn. Damn. Eddie Coleman released another song. Yeah, looks like beers meets food. Jimmy at the Burrow. Oh my gosh, chat. I gotta show you some actually. Oh hey YouTube, welcome to the multi-stream. I gotta show you some here's Light and Magic music. This is gaming culture right here, the games, but the music also is made by this genius Paul and his like friend Eugene. This one is not too much in the beginning, but quite a lot at the end. Last minute. Don't turn the volume down. Is it heaven? No, but it's Haven. They do have angels and shit though. Priests and light elementals. I should put a fucking light elemental in my book, man. Blinding light elemental in my ass. Blinding this point. Elemental. Not quite angel, but just same wavelength. Fix. If I get a copyright strike for this YouTube, I'm gonna shove deep fry my hamster, shove it up my ass. Yeah, I already slept, by the way. Oh, I got up last sleep at 6 p.m. Most, not a lot, quite a bit, quite some sleep. Which maybe I'm able to sleep later, but I was watching. Day one went well with weight loss. I didn't eat like 1,050 calories. Yo, what's up, thanks? Bam, say 27, man. Well, okay, I thought for sure that Paul Anthony Romero. Putting maybe some faction activities should put in my Pokemon. Oh, of course, I was gonna get inspired by Never Copy. Besides, I already have black elves. They're like shitty looking elves, orcish looking malnourished elves. Wear pants. Trace your dead rats for treasure. So this guy's gonna be called like the somewhat dark elves. Dungeon elves, just dungeon people. Purple crystal elves. I mean, that honestly, that's just gonna work out, I think. This is, you're probably gonna agree, this is the best one. People fucking love this shit. Fortress. It's an old game, but the music is it's Paul Romero, you know. Just the best music to any game ever, maybe. It started off a little bit. Yeah, game music is copyrighted. hope he knows I like this song. You know, I hope somehow he knows, and sometimes people do, you know. Artists are affected by their fans to make new music, like a hive mind sphere telling them, oh, this is the good shit, you know. But sometimes it's individual. You know this, chat. You've noticed, haven't you? Be honest. Fortress HD. Some more hamster grenade wanted. I'll write that down. Lol. Ouch. Oh. Yeah, instead of blue works. Yeah, it's, I mean, something I should talk about. It's like interesting to do something, you know. Eventually, it's like writing my whole book, 200 pages of being very inspired and fascinated by many phantasmal fantasy things. However, coping something else, keep it original, you know. And some things I keep very original. I came up with this idea of in the planet Desolation. Planet that's 6 times larger than the Earth. The sun is very close. The planet doesn't move. It's a desert. You can't move on foot. The sun is from something 70 Celsius as well. It's very hot sun. But what you need to do, you need to ride up on the sand ships. Magical black powder engine that skims across the sands up and down the dunes as a ship. You know, it's just easy as splitting the scenes. The kilometers high golem, invincibly connected piece by piece. 7 planes, golem inherited by the eternal barbarians. The 7 shoulders mixed with 7 planes. A sea in its skull, waterfalls for eyes. Better teleport over there. Good luck climbing. I should write that down actually. Idiots try to climb. One shabby guy made it around the neck, shoulder. I mean and I guess also in the scene Scum, there is a mansion with the impossible pessimist Alistair Ego and the rest of 5 fat chefs which he tries to roast, bring down its depression, or destroy the destructive energy. play some of these games. Shall I pick one? Maybe the 6th or 7th one. I need higher quality version. Fuck. Angering. That's just amazing culture, you know? This one, this might the art might be prettier than the music. Take a gander in. Let's go back to yesterday. See if anything I missed. Oh yeah, this shit's pretty cool. This one is you're gonna like this one visually. This is some good shit. Is that you also leave it there? The elves. Maybe you could get drunk with the implements. The coffee bean. Yeah, I was really looking forward to being vegan quickly, but now I have to eat all this lasagna and stuff. At least I threw away some things. My mom was like, anyway, some dairy stuff I threw away and some meaty stuff. But then I found some more. Kind of wanna ask her again if I can just give her the stuff instead. My memory tells me silver. Like this one. I'm probably gonna have a siege, I think, with that one. Please. There's all this good shit from Here's Match by 3 as well. Doesn't this look great? Let's see what you think. I don't like this one anymore for some reason. Trains are slow in this game, not like in It's Much Magic 5 where they have like SHP in the game, despite being tier 6 units, not 7 like dragons. They're so defense oriented. It's crazy. And turns out, if after playing the game for 20 years, you do a duo with someone else and you just snaring all the enemies to the ground, they can't move. It's very useful, you know. It's incredible. I don't want to throw that away with the enrage ability. I remember the network was in front of very well as well, but you know, it wasn't good enough to share anything. It's just good fluid shit. Remember, these games still have fanatical followings. Isn't that cool? People streaming it still if you want to see that. People are so like sucked in by the meta that that's the new personality, you know, they lost the old one. They're just an efficient engine, you know, playing the game. Yeah, I'm talking about Lexia. No, I didn't show too much of this shit. This is fantastic. But now, anyway, it's time for something else. That's pretty good actually. Some of the well, at least the lasagna is like 10% meat, it's not like a steak or anything. And you think like this, meat soup, you know what, it's not that much meat, it's alright. Just a nice broth, you know. Asian food, dumplings, there's not that much meat, you know. I do avoid steak and meatballs and just do that anyway, that's another thing. Yeah, Asians don't eat very much meat when they eat meat. It's good for the environment and health. Japan used to have this amazing health before the Western shit was introduced. Especially in a place where they mostly ate purple antioxidant potatoes, the Okinawa diet plains. Basically ate vegan and they lived as long as anyone ever have in the world as a population. So much music. Oh. This looks like it's magic. He's eating a spicy burger in Scotland. She kind of has the look face of somebody who gets owned by the rabbit and now you're the pet, you know? Oh, he's so cute, look at that! I need a rabbit again. I really do. I can't afford it though. You're gonna like this shit. Don't turn it down. This is gonna make you better music taste and hearing. Definitely don't want to stop this. Well, best and fastest drummers in the world.
Let's see what happens. If I get lost, don't.
4 by 4 and 13 by 16. That was some good accents right there. Cowbell drum set. One of the advantages of electronic. I'll argue that. When you have 10 hours on drums, sounds much better than 10 hours on guitar, you know? Definitely more than 2 hours, 2 years on drums. The best are so fucking good, you know? Just music to your ears. I should use another analogy, huh? I'm good at drums, but now I'm not gonna stop practicing until I'm as good as Neil Park, you know? That's why I said to my drum teacher, you know, yeah, I'm better than you, but I wanna get better, you know? Won't be perfect. Sounds like 7 out of 8, but the snare is just confusing because it seems to be in 4/4, you know? One minute left. It's easy to focus his mistakes actually, because he's a feeler, not a thinker. That's my best explanation. I can do that as well. It's pretty, you know, natural, instinctful, linear. That's what I'm looking for here. Intuitive, yeah. This guy's even better, I think. Juan, we see this guy sometimes. Yeah, so go to the argument. You would like an argument, please. Fuck you. This is crazy. Bro ate so much as a bodybuilder that he's done with eating for the rest of his life. He can't do it anymore. He's force fed himself so much. You just eat a protein bar, bro. It's a protein powder. You don't need another steak. Yeah, there's nothing magical about having a meal, a home cooked meal as a bodybuilder instead of a protein shake. You know, it's not. Do you need to eat 7, 8 meals of steak, fried chicken, and broccoli per day, rice? No, but it's no, but it's the meta, you know. It's people told me like you need to eat 150 grams of protein each day if you're fat to build muscle. I did it. It was very difficult, but I did it. Actually, did it. It's I ate a lot of fucking protein powder those days. Costed me a lot of money. I literally don't go for optimal amounts of protein because it's so you know. It's a good interview. I don't want to watch it again. The Face of Tavern. Honestly, I want to watch some more of this shit. Let's go through the fifth game. Silver and tears. Come. We bought new good computers. This is the graphics we played with, you know. 2004, 2008 or 7. So shitty graphics time. A lot happened 2008, 9, and 10. Now I have like The Witcher 3 and 4K after that. Bro has the tier of Archer here, we can see. Oh, heavy on the trumpets, man, and then the heavier trumpet after the I'm still powerful up on his tone. Tall castle. Perfekt video. No one subscribed this guy though, it has another content I'm interested in. What really grinds my gears, chat? I mean, you look at auto quality, it's not the highest. Why doesn't auto just give you the fucking highest quality if you want, can put it like that? So you have to check all the time, manually do it. 20 years into YouTube, you know, so it's 30 IQ or less, at least less. As a drummer, very well understand this with the crash you can do with the, you know, the foot. Bass foot pedal, bass, drumstick. Too loud. This faction is supposed to survive, but you use OP spellcasting with knowledge and spell power. And against other mind units, they just get shit on, you know. But that's okay, you sacrifice them. Except for Percussion Roger there, you see that the lion thing there with 4 swords. It's so fucking beefy, man. That's the basically get one good knight unit. All the mages. 40% more HP, 40% more damage, hits relevant of targets, everyone around him. It doubles initiative, double damage. It's just 3 turns though, so... Skyship over there. I like that word, skyship. times, I think. And they do have the Titan, the Colossus over there. This is a mechanical unit, but then it has the ranged attack. Black Titan with white hair, white eyes. It's only tier 7 unit with a ranged attack. It's decimating, but some deals full damage half range. So if it's somebody from across the entire battlefield, it's kind of it's only strong. So they're gonna hit some tanker targets nearby actually. Instead of important targets. I think it's interesting, at least if I talk about these kind of things. You guys are gamers. Black Dragon, this guy, strongest unit in the game. 240 health, 45 to 70 attack, damage highest in the game, and it's immune to magic. But you can't buff it on Sun. Black Dragon is usually the strongest unit in all these games. Offensive spell coaster. Not too much going on here actually. This is Florida faction. Scorching Hot 2. Shadow Realm. I'm sending you to Florida. I've always been kind of nagged by the fact these guys are an attack and knowledge faction, which means that attacks can have defense or spell power even. Against Haven, for example, which has attack defense, these guys just might die. Doesn't seem to have a direction as much. The third game, the Necropolis, is more like filler, nothing special going on. But in the fifth one, the sixth one, they are popular and they are like, well, they have some weaknesses. The fifth game, it's like the spell power defense. They can have some really weak units sometimes. It's kind of same thing. You're gonna sacrifice your units. They have the weakest tier 7 unit, but get 3 of the base reach instead of 2. You gotta get fucking Dragon Crystal building. sound. I like the sound. We can do a second version. I am one of the few people still stream this game. Which has 4 viewers, the category. But that's restored. That's the. I keep enjoying playing the game. Still good game. Enjoyable to play against the computer, which is usually what I do. Never got multiplayer, never have multiplayer. First expansion, Orbs. We thought it would be the only expansion, honestly. But that was the second expansion, gave every unit a second upgrade. Which was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in gaming, and it's seriously so good choosing between 2 upgrades for every unit. They also have the super tanky. They have the tankiest tier 7, and there's a second and third expansion. Orcs. They have the. Look at this shit. Bro, you don't like show me the stats? Seriously? Oh, there they are. So instead of 30 attack and 30 defense, most of these creatures have, they have 40 defense, which reduces points by 2.5% per extra defense point. 280 hit points instead of 200, which you usually have. Could have more damage, slow, and don't go very far. This thing is crazy defensive. It's just you can be better than the enemy player, deal with all the units, but then you still have this guy left, and you might lose. Elemental, immune to fire, magma shield. With the Primaria damage, suffer fire damage, which is stronger than fire shield. The fire breath hits up to 2 targets. W damage like that is a classical way.
Who wants chocolate? I don't.
Orcs can't toss magic, it's pretty interesting. So they're extra strong instead. When you start playing the third Heroes of Magic game, you get really lost in the sauce. It's almost like a it's almost like a diagnosis where you lose your mind because of the bad graphics in the old game. Maybe you feel like nothing else matters. You kind of like being high on drugs for a few days. I'm honest, that's the truth. And then you go like, nah, whatever, long. I don't like. At least I am have a heart. I don't like the third game that much anymore. Although I would not say it's the best one still. If that game had just Yeah, Frey is the chunk man with the biggest area now for sure. Unless it's the autistic guy, Shank Lipworth, right? That's Lipworth. That's pretty fucking funny, man. Look at that. I'm gonna keep watching these videos as I've been on a diet. It's not gonna go well though, is it?
Never.
But I'm currently drinking something, so I gotta be
Parking's
okay.
going to be an issue here. Okay. We got there in the end. I have no idea what this stick does. If anyone wants to let me know in the comments, feel free. Alright, this is what we're doing today. The Sebring Super Sunday Challenge. Eat alone within 30 minutes, and it's free. Nice. I was a little bit apprehensive about ice cream now because it can be a little tricky. You know, it's not warm. Stomach doesn't expand quite as rapidly. Also, people seem to enjoy watching ice cream challenges a little bit less than their more savoury counterparts for some reason. We'll try and make it entertaining though. Ooh, it's bright today.
Do you think I'm better than me?
Old-fashioned bell. Hi. I came to do this Sunday challenge thing.
Well, I can help you do it. You're gonna do the challenge, right? Okay. So how we do it is either you can pick your 12 scoops.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lose. This guy
we
is
can pick
much
them for
better.
you, whatever you want to do.
Ah, I like
But
it.
you get like this great big bowl, and then we scoop it all, and then we put all your toppings, and then we
Cool.
time you.
All right, awesome. So the spot is called Sebring
Bro has some minor
Soda
beard.
and Ice Cream, or Ice Cream and Soda. Basically, it's an old-fashioned kind of soda emporium. They've got a bunch of weird soft drinks that you might never have heard of before. Dr. Wells, for example, slightly less spicy brother of Dr. Pepper.
You ready? You get to pick your 12 scoops. So
Right. See, the thing with the ice cream challenge is
it's gonna melt together.
yeah, exactly.
So you need to pick flavors that go good together.
Right, 12 complementary flavors.
Right.
Butter pecan, cookie monster. I get the mom's banana pudding, brown sugar cinnamon.
Is
Ooh,
ice
I'll
cream
try the
healthy?
sea salt caramel,
No.
triple peanut butter.
Everyone knows that.
Are you gonna eat all that?
I'm gonna try my best. Yeah.
Good for you.
You're the man. That is dangerous.
You're probably right. There's a lot of sugar in there.
Oh my goodness.
Surely you could. Do you think you could finish that?
Never. not even an eighth of it. No, right?
People are taking
Very
pictures.
nice.
It looks delicious.
I can either give you a metal spoon or one of our plastic spoons.
I'll go with the metal spoon. Yeah. Metal. Yeah, that's for me. Yeah.
You're gonna eat that?
I'm gonna try my best. It sounds like you don't believe me. You don't believe me? No? Come on. Do you have coffee?
Coffee soda.
Coffee soda?
Yeah. You wanna try that?
Why not? Yeah, that sounds
I'll give you that
amazing.
and water.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
What's good for?
Well, if you finish it, you get it for free.
Well, I wanted maybe everyone didn't like it. I can tell
Yeah.
one person didn't like
This
it,
is the
but
coffee soda.
I wanted to show you some interesting stuff.
$29.99 and then after tax 32.
That was
Yeah.
love it.
And then if you finish it, you get your refund. You get it for free.
Don't like
and then
it?
normally we
Shut
do
up.
T-shirts, but I have to see what sizes I have at the moment.
All right, cool. But it's 30 minutes.
Yes, yes. So I will set my timer. You have up until 30 minutes. If you don't
I don't
complete
care.
it, then you.
I don't want to know how you're feeling about it. Stop.
But I got faith in you. I think you can do it.
I think you're the only one. Everyone in here seems to think I'm not gonna do
we
it.
got all this support right here. So.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Thank you.
And I'll come back and check on you in a few minutes. Okay.
All right.
Okay, good luck.
Hey, look
Got
at that.
nothing
Lots
wrong.
of innocent bystanders about to be subjected
Do
to
what I
today's
want.
buffoonery. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the episode. We're at Sebring Ice Cream and Soda today, having a crack at the Super Sunday Challenge. This lady's just been caught in the crossfire. Thought better of it, clearly. It's essentially a huge bowl
Those
of
challenges
ice
really
cream.
have, don't they?
I realise that's not particularly insightful, but that is pretty much about it.
Oh. It's going to be hard without the coffee. Not sure coffee soda is going to help. Oh. I always thought it was cheating if you do an ice cream challenge with warm beverages anyway.
Yeah, unpopular opinion, but it does feel a bit like avoiding one of the primary factors of difficulty. Oh, look at this nosy Parker. Stylish geezer though, love the shirt.
Oh. Brain freeze already. It's not a good sign.
Yeah, I often feel like a performing monkey, you know, but having eat the
like
banana
monkey.
shouted at me is a whole new experience entirely. I don't seem to have made much progress so far. Come on, fix up, kid.
Nah, whatever. It must have been a good one. This guy sucks. Only 5 pizzas? Well, that birth is a bit sort of chunks as well. Look at that.
I have made it here for a pretty...
Or the salt for some
The
minutes.
salt, kind of already feeling a little bit salty.
A shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. I actually thought these boneless bites were really good, but some of these sauces were very salty. One thing I am going to say from the off is that the count is going to seem a bit strange. They brought us 2 plates of 10, and then they brought us plates which sometimes had 30, sometimes had
I'll go to the bathroom.
25, 26, 28. We decided a half every single tray. So whatever Bob ate, I ate. Just maybe a little bit slower, because Bob is a phenomenal eater.
Sweet barbecue, I think.
It is that blue.
Oh, yeah.
Something blue. This tastes good. This is way better than the mild.
That buffalo blue sauce was so good. Had blue cheese, cayenne pepper, and garlic. But as a bit of a recap, we got mild buffalo, sweet barbecue, parmesan, and garlic. Now that packed a punch. Buffalo blue, and then honey barbecue. What do you think of those flavors? Any tickling your fancy? Which one would you have gone for?
They're good though. They're a lot more meat than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be like, these are almost like tenders, some of them. They're like that big.
I wish I had weighed some of these because some of them had to be well over 100 grams.
This is the garlic one that I didn't think it was going to be good, but it looks good. But just in case, I want to.
Yeah, just have a couple.
Well, no, I'll do half, but I just want to get them out of the way sooner than later in case I don't like them.
Wow, parmesan and garlic. Those are 2 big flavors. I personally thought they went pretty well together, although they did really pack a punch.
Do they taste good? Yeah?
Yeah, they're definitely. I thought they'd be a lot drier, but they're not.
Success! Bob actually liked them. I was a tiny bit worried because I had picked that flavor. We both picked a couple of flavors that we thought looked good on the menu. I think I went for the more outlandish ones. I think Buffalo Blue was one of my picks. I think we both chose the standard mild Buffalo. I think maybe Bob picked the sweet barbecue. I honestly can't quite remember. It melds all into one, but I will say having the different flavors really helped with flavor fatigue, especially as we got later into this challenge, as you'll see.
Parmesan ones were good, but do
We
you...
eat them so close. But the flavor.
Flavors, yeah,
You
yeah,
guys still
yeah.
taste that Parmesan one?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. The Parmesan was good, but it's a strong flavor. And the build, I don't know if it's the spicy. It's not spicy. I mean, my tolerance is horrific, but I can feel it being a bit spicy. But I don't know if that was because of the first ones. My mouth is a bit tingly. Maybe the Parmesan might have been a bit.
Nope, I just think my spice tolerance is horrific. Although after that Bear Witch challenge, I will say maybe it's improving.
These are barbecue ranch.
Okay.
I think. I like these though. The garlic Parmesan was quite overpowering. It was a strong flavor, whereas this is nice.
That buffalo ranch was so good. I absolutely love buffalo sauce and I love ranch as well, and it was a perfect combination. They had so many different sauces. I know America is a land of choice, but wow, they had such an extensive list of flavors.
I wish there were more team challenges.
Well,
I think more people
Streamland
would attempt challenges.
videos.
Maybe have a team challenge. You figure like, if I don't do my buddy will help me.
Totally agree. But us as well, you're not competing, because that's the whole thing. It's like, I'd love to do this challenge with you and we can do it side by side, but invariably everyone will be like, oh, this person did this and this. And it's like, we're not doing that to compete against each other. We're doing it to do a video together because we like each other's stuff.
Right.
So team challenges are so much better for that.
I'd be curious to know, what do you guys like, team challenges or head-to-head challenges? I personally like team challenges where it's us against the food.
Boneless bites or wings? What's your preference?
Oh,
I don't like to mess with the bone.
This is your average bunny. And this is the largest bunny in the world.
If you thought the funniest thing about the Dutch was their fake language, wait till you see their fake rabbits. When making the Flemish giant rabbit, God must have taken ironic Big Chungus memes a little too seriously.
Big
These
Chungus.
absolute units just want to hang out with their tiny rabbit girlfriends, or their owners who can't help holding them and extending them like they're doing a bunny money spread. What is the point of these things except being a feedable pillow? Maybe we'll need them to fight the capybaras if they ever take over the world.
This is your average bunny.
bunny.
Imagine a rabbit so huge that it can make you question your sense of scale. Meet the Flemish giant rabbits. With an average weight of up to a
You're
whopping
reconsider
14
everything large you have had before in your life.
pounds. Flemish giant rabbits are like the
What with the
heavyweight
rabbits?
champions of the bunny world. It's like they hit the
That's a
genetic
big
model
lad.
and grew into the ultimate cuddle buddies. Despite the rarity of the breed, Flemish giants are a very old breed of domesticated rabbits.
Killer rabbits.
And you can raise them as
Liver
pets
nice.
as well. They are known as the gentle giants of the rabbit world and are regarded as wonderful pets. If treated correctly, they are very docile and gentle even with small children. Thanks for watching Species
no,
101.
no.
Imagine a rabbit so huge that it can make you question your sense of scale.
When I don't sleep more than like 3-4 hours, I know it's very hard for me to do things that are out of my comfort zone. It becomes like physically painful, and it's vague, you know. This is a world record.
Raise it up, cause the God of Thunder.
Redis forest recipes: dishwasher salmon, vegan hot dog. You take a salmon, cure it with some rub, you know, put it in aluminum foil, put it in the dishwasher. Okay, I gotta watch this thing, right? I've looked at it so many times now. Oh, sumo wrestler was naked. Naked sumo wrestling, now that's something. Ah ha ah ha ha. One piece. Surprisingly, I think it's kind of boring being Ultimate Iron Man with just your entire inventory being full of elite gear and different bossing. I don't even want to get there. I'd rather have like a tile man, you know, or a fucking area restricted vegan hardcore Iron Man. I think a rocket shard sounds funnier than a shard week. This one was better. Okay, it's time for Master Chef.
Merry-go-round.
Oh, okay.
Pickle juice on top. Come on, girl. Let's go.
Big shrimp.
That's it. In the fridge. Let's go.
Kat, she hasn't even got her pasta puree yet.
Come on, Kat, keep it a bit cleaner, sweetie.
She's like one step behind all the time.
You think she's aware that she's behind, or?
I think she's aware. She's moving fast, but she's just starting to miss things.
You're all right, you're all right. You're all right.
Next, guys, you're going to start pulsing your praline. Yes?
Yes, chef.
Get your praline and put it inside your mixer. Let's go. Home straight, guys. Home straight. Come on.
Yes, chef.
That's it. Just 2 or 3 little pulses, yes? Not too fine, guys. I don't want a dust. I want a crunch, not a dust. Ah!
Oh, it's going to be really fun.
We cut things out on the blender. What?
What's ladies?
That's what it sounds like that.
Nice, Dash.
Right, all of you, check your desserts. Take them out, and they should rise. Yes, and they should literally just sit there nicely.
Love it. Give it.
Demold them.
Shut up.
And let them rest. Beautiful. Oh my God.
They look good. God, they smell so good. Oh.
Start glazing
Sort of
your
a
sticky toffee. Let's go.
English
Yes.
pudding thing.
Let that
Tastes like
toffee absorb in to that delicious sponge.
Wow, that's really
Guys, hello.
perfect execution of a
Yes, chef.
untasty dish.
Are you keeping up?
No!
Do you want that pin?
Oh,
Yes, chef.
Come on, guys.
Come on, Kath, you can catch up here.
Okay, sweetie, come on, just give yourself some space. There's not long to go. Puddings are out, just got to demold them. They're
Gotta
super
demold
hot.
them. Right.
Come on, Kath, you got to get him out.
Get him out.
It's just go, go, go. There's actually no time to think. Come on, love.
Right.
Jesus. Come on, sweetie. I'm talking to myself.
Come on, Kath.
The strategy is try and keep calm,
I'm
Kath.
taking myself and I'm terribly confident.
Kath's aren't coming out. Did you grease him, Kath?
No, mate.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. You can do it. Calm your farm, Kath. There you go, love. It's okay, sweetie.
Come on, Kath, you're falling behind. You got to
Yeah,
get
mate.
even just go with one.
Yeah, gotcha. The puddings really put me behind.
Here we go. Kath, we good?
And then I remember that I've still got to do the parsnip puree. Oh my God. Quick, come on, Kath. Come on, Kath. Get the puree in. Just relax. Take a deep breath.
This is a nice place for,
Let's go, Kath.
moms don't look anything special and might not be any special, but they're trying to fucking cooking to show off, the
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
strength of the woman race.
Kath.
Oh my God.
Kath, let's go. Kath, we good?
Let's do this,
Oh
Bear.
dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Getting
Kath.
this. Sorry, love,
happened?
it just, I'm all right.
But also, look, your ducks are raw.
Oh my God. Oh,
Upstairs,
man.
please.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, your ducks are
Alrighty.
raw.
Yeah,
Your
alrighty,
ducks are raw.
thanks.
Off we
Okay.
go, darling. Off
Ducks
we
are
go.
raw, ducks are raw. Oh, my ducks are raw.
Give yourself a hug, Kath.
Yeah, I will. You know what?
What Gordon Ramsay is the judge into hell, and if you have a raw duck, he goes like, "It's fucking raw." You put it in my book, huh?
You did a really good job, love. Okay?
He's already in the
Kath,
book.
you
As
did
gonna
so
be
well.
shitheads for
Yeah.
dissecting
You're right, love.
dragon.
Everybody give it up for Kath, please. Come on, guys. Hey.
Thank
British
you.
main character,
Good luck, guys.
British
Well
character
done.
in
Good luck.
London.
I'm so excited for
place.
the other competitors. Someone is going to get that pin today. Good luck, mate.
Well done, Kath. Well done, Kath.
Right, look at me, guys. Glaze your ducks for the very last time. And then, once we've glazed them, we're going to add the garnish. Sprinkle the buckwheat, finish with your flowers. Yes? Hey, guys, this is a critical part now. We're going to start dressing the plates.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, chef.
The adrenaline is pumping right now because
Right
once
now.
Gordon's played his up, you've got 20 seconds to get not one, but both of your
You know,
dishes
Australia's really
plated
good in
up.
its own,
Finish
in its own way.
with
but
your flowers.
Chef Canada might be even better.
Like this is almost an impossible task.
MasterChef USA is
Right, you
very,
ready to play?
at least about
Yes,
cooking.
chef.
Yes, chef.
There's at least interesting challenges.
For the duck.
Doesn't
A
like,
nice spoon of your
explore
parsnip
food and
puree
techniques,
into the
you know.
center of the plate.
just entertainment.
2 spoons. Nice and smooth.
Come on, Gordon's plating. Everyone's got to be plating.
What's he done, though?
You've only got 20 seconds once he's finished.
The pressure's on.
Come on, Benny.
I made a mistake with my sauce, but I've reduced it quite a long way.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's worked out, and I just have to plate up as quickly as I can.
Lift the most beautiful duck. Sit it on top.
Yum.
I'm pretty chuffed with how everything's come together. Looking at my duck, I think it's pretty well cooked, but you never know how well it is actually cooked until the judges cut into it.
Get your port wine sauce. One nice twirl around the
Duck and
plate.
pork wine sauce
Come on, you gotta
probably
listen
is
and
pretty
play.
fucking good.
Yeah, nice.
You got
And
the
then
pork,
finally,
mate.
your honey glaze. Tablespoon onto the plate. Good.
What's the second sauce,
Let's
chef?
go. Go, 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 go. Let's
Second
go.
sauce on you.
That's it, yes. One of each, yes? The duck glaze and the port wine sauce.
Gotcha.
Come on, Rhiannon.
Oh, my God.
This cook is so intense, so unpredictable. I am praying that that duck is cooked well.
I'm thinking about stuff like, what if I just
feel like
eat
I've run
lasagna
a half
today?
marathon.
That's it.
You good?
1 meal per day. Don't eat
Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, guys.
Calories.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
We
fun.
gotta go, guys. Come on.
I think I've lost a couple of kilos just in sweat. Seriously.
Well done, Matt. Let's go, Dash.
And then we're gonna start plating our beautiful dessert. Lift up, nice and clean. On she goes.
His pudding is on the plate.
One nice spoon of toffee sauce. Praline on.
The praline. I'm plating up my dessert. I'm following along with Gordon. I put the toffee sauce on. Oh, it's wrong sauce. Oh my God, that is not toffee sauce. That's the jus for the duck. I've got to scrap
I
this
believe
dessert
you.
and start again. I can't serve a toffee pudding with jus.
No,
And then
you
one
really
nice
can't.
spoon of your mascarpone cream, yes?
Yep. Okay.
Yes, chef.
And then finally,
Oh,
a
she's
light
green.
dusting. And there we are. Your 20 seconds start now. Let's go.
19, 18,
One is like generous, but of course,
16,
Ramsay.
15,
Was good to us today.
14,
Yeah, Ramsay.
Where's my Oh, it's the shortest 20 seconds of my life. I'm just trying to get absolutely everything on this plate, every element. Look, Ray, look.
10, 9,
I was about to reach back to get my cream.
I'm making a dance into agility ground right now. Feeling motivated. But honestly, I'm feeling kind of like grey and bland actually. Coincidence feels like a
Oh my God,
I tried
can't
to
believe
see
I
if
just
I
got
could
to cook
get until I
along
got
with
really
Gordon.
upset and I was like,
Gordon
okay,
is
let's get
my
up, you know?
idol that I never thought I'd ever meet.
All of you, come over. Come over
Getting
here.
upset.
Well done. Come here. Come on. Thank you, Chef. Well done. Come on.
Thank you.
Come on.
Well, what about that? A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, twice if you come, to cook alongside and keep up with Gordon Ramsay, and it was so intense that we lost to. Sorry, Kat.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
okay.
Rue. The intensity needed to be there because we are playing for the only immunity pin for the season. So, the stakes are pretty bloody high.
First dish would like to taste? Come on down, Callum.
Team.
Callum, visually, duck looks good. Really good. Maybe a little bit heavy-handed on the sauce. And the sticky toffee looks delicious. Really good indeed. I think tonight I was impressed with your tenacity. You were connecting every step of the way. But it's all about the cook and that duck.
It's getting kind of boring about meat because we're like always it's raw or it's medium rare about fucking meat.
Absolutely. He's really happy with that.
Random, isn't it?
Callum, do you feel like you had an advantage here, having cooked with Gordon before and won?
Probably something I learned last time is that the most important sense in these challenges is listening. The reason I knew my duck was not going to be good initially was because I heard Gordon put yours into the pan and there was a big sizzle and I was like, oh, my pan is really cold. And so I cranked it to really try and get that equivalent colour. So I think the listening was important.
Wow. To take note of that, it was a sizzle.
Or lack thereof in my pan.
Yeah.
Young man, the cook and the duck's exceptional. Well done. It's glazed beautifully as well. That sauce.
Fish can be interesting though when it's just like 30
Puree
seconds.
smooth, that secondary sauce, that little layer of luxury. Sticky toffee pudding, exemplary. Really good. It's a really good effort. It really is.
Chef.
On the taste alone, a definite contender for the pin.
Callum,
It's a
I
contender.
really enjoyed every single individual ingredients. Your parsnip puree is delicious. And your sauce is impeccable.
Sauce.
I loved it.
You've really nailed it. They are both brilliant dishes because if you were to close your eyes and just go purely based on flavour, everything in there just makes you feel good and it makes you want to go back for another bite, and that's what we look for.
Thank you.
Negatives. The fineness of the praline, and that is pretty much it. Out of probably 20 elements, that is pretty incredible considering the pace that was set by Gordon today. If I was them, if you weren't looking at him yesterday, thinking, how am I going to beat him? I probably would now. Well done, mate.
The fucking duck. I guess in life, we give us the patience to get through
The next
things. Might be
dish
repetitive
is
and maybe boring.
au
stuff
drap.
like this. The more fun you have. All right.
Oh my gosh. I'm worried about both my dishes. I don't know if my duck is cooked properly, and I'm missing my mascarpone cream. I'm petrified.
Executor in a cannon.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
You
OMFG.
can't. It's fucking raw.
What happened?
I think, one of the biggest things I learned from being in MasterChef Season 4 is organization and prep and instinct. all of that went out the door today.
It was a gallant effort, okay? And your energy was non-stop. I think that's what I loved.
Oh, I can't even look at that duck. Oh. So raw, isn't it?
I want to share something down from my book. Can I do that? Okay, I'll do it. Ah, there we are. James is climbing mountains, on the golem anyway, and I see your plane in was coming. There were giant frost moths and frosty butterflies. You remember this from a book, the kind of pushy recipe deep frying spell. You got a furry frost moth and put it into a jar with the frying. Crunchiness of a nature reserve hunter. Just put half the moth in his mouth, looked funny like a fake mustache. It tasted like some protein you could use too, very smooth.
I knew it.
It's not that bad, or the fat is nowhere near rendered, but like it's pretty close. A couple of minutes and it would have been perfect.
So all I kept hearing was, is your duck in the oven? Is your duck in the oven? I'm like, it's not ready, Gordon, it's not ready. But anyway, I'm sorry.
This was a tough call. And I raised the bar because it's back to win. And the talent this year is off the charts, okay? Trust your instincts.
I will, yeah.
You can cut into that duck and that buckwheat is toasted beautifully. And that sets the duck up for success.
Your sauce is brilliant.
I love a little bit of
silky,
leek.
shiny, it's
Kind of
reduced
vegetable, like in sauce.
The sauce is like half a knob of butter away from being exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat something actually. I'm gonna have some vegetarian goulash soup left, I think. Let me heat that now. That's perfect. No calories. Where's my fucking... Oh, sorry, I didn't press play here. I'm sorry.
Same as Gordon's. The reduction is so pure. Although you did a great job on the pudding, unfortunately the mascarpone is not there. Cheers, Audra.
Rhiannon.
Sticky toffee pudding, you've got a really nice aeration on there. It just needs more sticky toffee. It's sort of got to drown it in there.
I actually think everything tastes pretty good. It's just a little bit off here and there. But you should still be so proud of your effort, honest. I hope you are, you?
Oh, I'm stoked. This is once in a lifetime.
Matt, we'd love to taste your dishes next.
Oh, Matt. I can't even get my fork out.
So, Doug, all we need is 2 webbed feet and a beak, and I'll stick it back in the Yarra. There's a lot at stake tonight. You know that's not pin-worthy, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let's get into dessert, shall we? Sponge is light, delicious. One of the best sponges today.
Righto, Dash. Let's go, mate.
Buckwheat, beautifully done. Puree, exceptional. Sauce, lovely. If only you kept that duck in there 2 more minutes, you'd be a top contender tonight. The actual sticky toffee pudding is exceptional. It's light, it's fluffy, it's indulgent, and the sauce is amazing.
I know you're trying not to be labelled the dessert guy again, but you really are so good at it. So maybe just do both.
Thanks, Sophia. Next up, Ben.
After a few dishes being tasted, it's pretty clear the duck has to be cooked well. If I put this on the pass at Gordon's restaurant, there's a chance he'd throw it back at me. It's not perfect. I'd cooked the sauces in the wrong order. Hopefully, it's still going to taste amazing. But the duck is make or break.
Ben, I love cooks like you because there's no fuss, quiet in your corner, and you just make things happen.
Did you feel like you produced a good dish?
I know everything's not perfect on it,
Yeah.
but you know, I was still standing up here by Gordon when he started counting to 20 and I had to run back for the 30th time. I'm just, you know, glad I got everything on the plate and now I'm proud of how I did it. Yeah.
But what about the cook on the duck?
I'll take it. So it's more like, no, it's 300 calories. I can't see it.
Looks really good.
I'll have the cholesterol sites. Give me your fucking money, bitch.
Ben, well done. Duck is exceptional.
Thank you.
It is caramelized beautifully. You can taste that. It's got this really nice even pinkness with no fat exposed. The puree is silky and smooth, and everything you want from a parsnip puree. It's got a nice little hint of that bay leaf at the end. Sauce, beautifully done. Really beautifully done. Dessert, exceptional. And your toffee sauce is one of the best of the night. Good job.
Ben, 2 excellent dishes. Your pudding, I was going to swear.
This tastes like Jeff Goldblum, man.
It is a delight. It looks as good as it tastes. I'm delighted because I don't like when it's too obvious, when there's an obvious winner or someone who's leading. I love a bit of a, you know, challenge. And I think you are good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ben, it's really hard for me to fault your main, the duck in particular. The cook is great. Puree was an absolutely delightful consistency. I think your praline crumb, it is my favourite of the night. It had the most chunk to it. I could taste all the elements in there. I think you did a brilliant job.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Ben, we have a game on our hands. I love this. Like, it's a full fight between you two to see which is the best. And I can't split it. Let the games begin. Well done, Ben.
Pick up a coin.
With my dishes critique, I thought I had one hand on that immunity pin, but hearing Ben's feedback, I think that immunity pin's maybe slipping away a little bit.
A challenge that's designed to push you to your limits. Despite that, a couple of you managed to dish up pin-worthy plates. Callum and Ben. To execute 2 dishes like that with Gordon breathing down your neck, that is no mean feat. Both your mains and your desserts, they were on the money. But there was one cook whose dishes were a touch more similar to Gordon's.
The winner is... Ben!
Thanks a lot, bro. Well done, buddy. Hearing them say that I've won is quite unbelievable, but such an amazing feeling. I feel like I deserve to be here.
Good stuff. Well done, mate.
Ben, come and get your immunity. There you go.
Well done, mate. Smash it, well done.
Oh, now it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Amazing job. Well done, mate. Well done.
I think I'll be sleeping a little bit better knowing I've got this little thing tucked under my pillow.
Ben, your first ever immunity pin. How does it feel?
It feels absolutely amazing to have this, yeah. I mean, it was so close, there's nothing in it, we know that. And it feels amazing.
Well, congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
Sadly, it is time to say goodbye to Gordon. Gordon, you are a legend in our kitchens. You're a legend on screen. And look, your reputation precedes you, but I think all you need to do is be in a room with you to understand that it's because you really care about the cooks in front of you.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And this is just the beginning. And honestly, the food being this good so early on, you're in for one hell of a season, and the very best of luck to you all.
Amazing, thank you so much. Although Gordon may be leaving us, he's also leaving behind a little surprise. Don't look too excited. Hidden under that slick-looking flush is the key to tomorrow's challenge.
Can I play this now?
Do it. All right, one more time for Gordon Ramsay. Let's give it to him. Come on, Gordon Ramsay! Lovely to meet you.
Nice to see you. Thanks, Sam.
Bye, guys!
Tomorrow night, their first solo cook shows exactly what they're made of.
I'm trying to level up. Everyone else is trying to level up.
And with a spot on Gordon's menu up for grabs,
There's no better time to break old rules.
get ready to be blown away.
We want to watch a Master Chef with a higher quality, something that's higher visual video quality. Yeah.
Previously on MasterChef Australia, Mel, Andy, and Jock return.
What the fuck?
MasterChef Australia Season 15 opening has a lot of surprises itself. As they welcome the contestants into MasterChef kitchen, a surprise addition to their number were announced. It was Brent from season 13 who quit.
What? Oh yes, playlists. Do you guys cringe at Junior MasterChef?
It's the biggest culinary competition in Canada. And for 3 seasons, the country's best home cooks have been invited to Toronto to make their signature dish for the MasterChef Canada judges. Michael Bonaccini.
Delicious, so it's a big yes from me.
Alvin Lowe. And this year, everything has changed. And it all starts with a box. Inside is one of the world's most popular ingredients, rice. It's a staple found in every country, every culture, and every cuisine. Receiving this special box of rice will be 24 finalists, selected from thousands of applicants. For the first time ever, the audition won't start in the MasterChef Canada kitchen. Instead, this season's debut challenge is coming directly to them. Each home cook will have to decide on a rice dish that showcases their creativity and skill. The quest for Canada's next MasterChef has now begun. The selected home cooks have no idea that this first and very decisive challenge is on the way. It will be the first step towards achieving their dream, and it will determine whether or not they earn the coveted white apron. The messengers are about to knock on doors all across the country, and behind one of them is the next MasterChef Canada.
Special delivery. Hello.
Hi. Miranda?
Yes.
This is for you from MasterChef Canada.
Oh, wow. Hi, Chris. I have a surprise for you from MasterChef Canada.
Whoa. This is for you.
From MasterChef applicants from across the local grocery store. But come from
24 of you made it this far. But in order to go any
The country's top 24 home cooks have brought their ingredients to the MasterChef Canada kitchen in Toronto.
This kitchen is huge! I see all the stations, the gallery, the M. It's bonkers!
They're here to cook their rice dishes for the judges and earn a coveted white apron.
Oh my God, look at the aprons are there!
The aprons are at the front, and I definitely want one of those.
I've come from my little kitchen in Iqaluit, Nunavut. It's time for an Indigenous woman to win the title.
I was on a construction site, and now I'm standing in the MasterChef Canada kitchen. It's go time.
The MasterChef judges are such idols of mine, and I am like 10 feet away from them. It is crazy.
These are rock
rock stars of Canadian cooking. They're the best of the best.
Welcome to the MasterChef Canada kitchen. You're all here because you have one thing in common. You're the best home cooks in the country.
But you're not here to share recipes. You're here to beat every other home cook in this kitchen. To win $100,000 and become Canada's next MasterChef!
I absolutely know I have what it takes to be MasterChef Canada. I've been training for this my whole life.
24 of you made it this far. But in order to go any further, you must earn one of these white aprons. And this year, there are only 12 of them up for grabs.
I'm a numbers guy. 50% of us are going home. That's not good odds.
And the battle for them has already begun with the rice dish that you conceived of back home. There, you had 20 minutes to gather the ingredients. Now, you have 60 minutes to use those ingredients to cook us the best rice dish we've ever tasted.
After the challenge, only those with the strongest dishes will move forward in this competition. You have 2 burners at your station, premium German-made Miele appliances, and a small staple pantry.
Are you ready to make us a rice dish that shows us that you deserve to be here? Your 60 minutes starts now!
Oh my God.
That was the best now yet.
This got real fast.
This is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Measuring cups. Anyone seen them?
Where are the bowls? Does anyone know where the bowls are? Okay. This kitchen is completely buzzing. Everyone is freaking out. My heart is exactly 224 beats right now. Pre-heart attack.
We've never seen 24 home cooks in this one kitchen at the same time. It's absolutely astonishing.
They really had to set themselves apart here and really shine for us to take notice of who they are.
I'm doing a Korean bibimbap. There's only 12 aprons. There's a lot of great chefs here, but I know I deserve that apron.
The other home cooks need to look out for me. As the oldest person in the room, I got the most experience.
I'm gonna be the next MasterChef Canada winner, right here.
There's just 12 aprons to give away. So much riding on this one rice dish.
This apron is everything. This is gonna set the rest of my life. Right out of high school, I had the opportunity to go to culinary school. I opted to go and make money in the construction business. I regret that decision every single day of my life.
I need this because this could launch my dream of opening my own restaurant.
I'm a cancer survivor. I know life is short, and now I know I really need to do this for myself.
I really want to make it to the top 12 and win the title of MasterChef Canada.
Rice is that blank canvas. I'm looking for ingredients that are going to elevate that rice dish.
Always remember, Chad, have an anti-cancer diet your whole life so you never get it. That's the best thing to do. Be preemptive. And one of the best things you can do, statistically, scientifically, is to eat walnuts and spinach. Don't like frozen spinach? You use fresh spinach.
To take it from the normal to the extraordinary.
Doesn't cost anything.
Today I'm going to make a squid ink risotto. I want my risotto to stand out amongst the rest and be bold and unique, just like me. My mom and I had always talked about having our own restaurant. Those plans have changed. She was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. I definitely want to win MasterChef Canada and be able to open my own restaurant and kind of live out what me and my mom always wanted. Oh, you know I'm getting that apron today. I am doing a Asian-inspired lobster risotto.
My dish requires so many steps. I'm so behind already. I know I have to go faster than I usually do.
Medic!
Ooh, May's cut her finger. It looks bad.
This is the worst cut that I've ever had.
Ah!
Kim, how you doing?
Hi, Chef Claudio.
You all right?
Hi there, Jason.
Hey, it's an honor to meet you.
Delighted to hear that. Chris.
Chef Alvin, how are you?
You're cooking for the Demon Chef. Are you nervous?
I am a little flustered. I don't want to let you down.
Tell me about your dish.
I am making a deconstructed cabbage roll.
Sounds interesting and different.
I'm making curry pork with onion bhaji and a saffron rice.
Hey, what are you making?
curry and rice dish with seared scallops.
Ikaluk, which is the Inuit word for Arctic char.
What is this dish going to tell us about you?
Dealing with food and spices and flavors, that's how I travel.
Coming from Winnipeg, Manitoba, there are cold, hardy winters, and you need something like this to warm you up.
I'll be presenting the char as close to how Inuit eat it traditionally.
This kind of represents me as a chef.
I tell you, Trevor, you're not a chef yet. You're a home cook.
Justine, your station looks a little messy.
I am overwhelmed. I have a lot of things going on, but all amazing things that I hope will impress you.
How are you going to impress me with this dish?
When faced with adversity, that's where I shine.
I'm actually allergic to shellfish, so I thought I'd push myself a little bit further and never cook with it.
You sure that's a smart move for your first challenge in this kitchen?
Go big or go home.
I'm excited.
I look forward to trying. Nice to meet you, Sheila.
Oh my goodness, he just spoke to me.
10 minutes!
We're seeing Canada on 24 plates.
Whether you live in the East Coast, West Coast, up in the North Territories, or the prairies, rice is a part of our culinary fabric.
We're seeing so many different diverse cultures. It is beautiful to watch.
I am making rice and peas with chicken. I'm cooking a Jamaican dish that's inspired by my grandma. I want to bring a little of my culture into the mix. To me, it's just a comfort food. It reminds me of my family, and you know, that's who I'm here for.
I'm a makeup artist, but food is my greatest love. I'm gonna be making a chicken biryani. My food dream is to build my brand. I wanna have restaurants, I wanna have cookbooks, I wanna do it all. I need that apron.
I am making a pineapple seafood fried rice.
I am a doctorate student in critical care medicine.
Switching that white lab coat into that white apron is going to mean the world to me.
The biggest obstacle to come here happened 2 weeks ago. My dad actually just had a heart attack. I had to make a decision of whether or not I continue to come here or I stay by my dad's side. Family is really important to me, but my dream is also equally important. And my dad said, just pursue whatever makes you happy.
This is what MasterChef is all about. It's no playtime, it's game time.
I'm freaking out.
Feeling great, feeling excited, feeling pumped.
My food dream is to win MasterChef Canada and open a restaurant in Montreal.
Today I'm making a seafood paella. This dish means everything to me.
I'm director of operations for my family business, but I'd like to be a restaurateur.
You know, I gave up my passion for my family responsibilities about 12 years ago, and this is my chance to reclaim that. Better believe I'm gonna get an apron today.
2 minutes! You have 2 minutes left!
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
My rice burns. That's not good. Running out of time. I'm gonna do the best I can.
It's a little bit overdone. Oh well.
I burnt my scallops, which is not good. Oh man, this is way harder than I thought.
You have 1 minute left!
Let's do this. Finish strong, people. Finish strong.
I can't wait to start tasting some of these rice dishes.
Sexy, sexy, sexy. Okay, Jordan, you got this.
Stay together.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head off!
Wow.
Good job, brother.
Nice job, everyone. We're excited to taste every one of your dishes.
But before we do that, please cover your dish with a cloche at your station and leave the kitchen.
I'm definitely a little anxious and worried, but I do as they say.
Walking out of this kitchen, I feel like I've done just enough to get a white apron here today.
This rice dish is now the most important thing in my life.
The judges will now taste all 24 dishes and decide the fate of 24 very nervous home cooks.
I made chicken biryani. The flavors are there, and I know that the judges will love it.
I am thrilled with my paella. The colors are popping. The seafood looks lovely. I couldn't be prouder. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
It's got some good elements to it.
I'm worried about the lack of rice on the plate, but I hope beyond all hopes that I get a white apron.
I don't get this.
The rice is really bland.
Yeah. I want to see more.
It would be so great if this dish gets me through to the next level.
It's a damn good risotto.
Everyone has put their best foot forward, and we're just gonna have to see what happens.
I walk into the kitchen and I see cloches on some stations and none on some stations.
Welcome back, everyone.
There's no cloche at my station. Is my food that bad that they had to throw it in the garbage?
Is the cloche a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
What is going on right now? Like, seriously.
You've just participated in a truly original MasterChef Canada audition. If you see a cloche on your station, do not touch it. If your station has been cleared, please come up to the front.
My heart is beating out of my chest. I am freaking out.
Being chosen to compete against the best of the best is something you should all be very proud of.
Every year, home cooks raise the bar, making it that much more difficult to succeed.
I'm going home. This is the bottom 8.
Your dishes were the very best.
So relieved, so happy.
That's the pizza right there.
It feels so good.
You have each earned a spot in the top 12.
Top
That's
12.
like 8 people.
I did it.
This is my apron. You need to step out of the way, because Miranda is here to stay.
Wow.
Booyah! I came here to get a MasterChef Canada white apron. Now I need to keep moving forward. I want to make it all the way to the end.
Those of you still at your stations, the rice dishes you made were not the best. But some of them were good enough to earn you a second chance to win a white apron.
Your fate in this competition lies under the cloche in front of your station.
If your rice dish is still there, you have the opportunity to move forward. However, if there's nothing underneath your cloche, we're sorry, but your journey here is over.
I'm a paramedic. I'm used to pressure, but this is insane. I want to pick up that cloche and I want to see my plate.
At the count of 3, lift your cloche. 1.
My gut is telling me that my plate is there.
2.
I'm hoping that the judges will say yes to Sheila.
3.
I am shaking. I feel my dream is slipping out of my fingers.
Lift.
Those of you whose dishes have been cleared away, we're sorry, but it's time to say goodbye. Please do remember how far you've come, and please keep cooking.
I'm gonna hold my head up high, and I know I'm still a warrior in the kitchen.
Oh.
I am so proud of myself to have followed my passion, and I hope it inspires other Inuit women to do the same.
Congratulations to the 8 of you still standing. But you still need to convince us that you deserve a white apron and a place in the top 12. Please come up to the front.
I'm still here. I'm getting one of those aprons.
There are 4 aprons left. I love this opportunity that I have a second chance, but I'm pissed off that I didn't get it on the first chance.
Everything is riding on this next cook.
If you think it's been a roller coaster so far, you should know this ride is far from over. In the last cook, you chose your own ingredients. For this next challenge, we have done the shopping for you. Over here are 3 sets of portable pantries. Each has been stocked with ingredients that speak to our particular culinary passions.
Huge boxes with their names on it. I'm just thinking what's gonna be in there.
We're giving you 60 minutes. We want you to choose one of our pantries and cook us a dish that beautifully showcases our favorite flavor profiles. If you're excited by bold South American flavors, I suggest you choose mine.
If you enjoy the fresh market flavors of Italy and France, and let's face it, who doesn't? Then you'll be very happy with my European pantry as your inspiration.
If you don't choose my Asian pantry, I might get upset, and you don't want me upset. Are you ready to choose your pantry and earn yourself the coveted white apron? Yes, sir! Your 60 minutes starts now! Jay and Matt chose my pantry.
I love Alvin. He's like an inspiration at the same time. He freaks me out.
I see gooseberry, I see fish sauce and things that I use a lot. But then the duck breast and the prawns, and I'm thinking to myself, great, what have I got myself into? This is absolutely do or die for me right now. I gotta figure out what I'm doing, and I gotta get it on a plate.
I chose Chef Michael's pantry because I'm a French Canadian, so French cuisine has always been very big in my family.
Chef Michael's pantry suits my cooking style to a T. I see veal chop, langoustine, pancetta, parmesan, ricotta, blue cheese.
More than half picked my pantry.
Pancetta.
Michael, you won this time.
It was a landslide.
Vegan cheese are pretty good at making really parmesan, you know?
I should have picked Alvin's pantry. I would have knocked duck out the box. I'm a hunter. I cook with it every week.
This isn't stressful at all.
Taya was the only home cook brave enough to take on my pantry.
I see mango and pineapple.
I'm starting right now on a mango salsa, and then I think I'm going to use pork belly.
These are exciting ingredients to work with, but maybe a little bit intimidating as well.
It's definitely a risk, but I'm hoping that I will stand out at the rest.
My rice dish wasn't up to par. It means so much to me to have a second chance. I feel like I do well with second chances. When I was 23, I got married. We were married a very short amount of time. I essentially just walked away from everything, and I had no financial help. I just pushed through. I think it gives me more drive and more fuel to just succeed more. I know this dish is enough to get me a white apron.
Women play such a game when it comes to dating.
I'm feeling inspired by Chef Michael's pantry. I'm gonna make quiche with lovely spice in it, and the judges are going to love it. I am the proud father of 6 children. For me, doing this is to show my children and family that nothing is too late. I'm totally getting the white apron. Yeah.
There are so many choices of wonderful ingredients that you could make any number of dishes.
For example,
I'm gonna make an herb ricotta gnocchi and serve it with that lovely veal chop. I like the good things in life. The best food, the best wine, the best golf courses. I got this.
Now, in my Asian pantry, there is good old duck breast. You know, looks simple, difficult to cook, especially under a time crunch.
I never really cooked with duck before, but like I know the basics, so I'm gonna have to hustle, and figure this out as I go.
My son is the main reason I'm here. When he says, "Daddy, no one cooks as good as you," maybe he's lying, but I don't care. I love it, and I believe him.
He's got the knife skills. Wow, Jay!
Do it for the motherland, you know what I mean?
I have Chef Michael's pantry. I am making pasta puttanesca. This is the most nervous I've ever been in my entire life. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do for my whole life. I had an office job. I was an event planner. I keep coming back to food over and over again, and I need to pursue it. The career of my dreams is riding on this.
30 minutes! You have 30 minutes left.
I'm feeling pretty good now that I know what I'm doing with my life. I'm gonna do a pomegranate apple fennel slaw with my pork. I'm gonna win MasterChef Canada for Alberta.
Hey there, Chris.
Hello, Chef Michael. How are you today?
I am well. How about you?
I started off a little flustered.
Why were you flustered?
I don't really eat a lot of pork. I'm more of a game guy.
Where is the pork?
This is a pork chop.
No, that is veal.
I should know that. That changes absolutely everything. I gotta figure out a game plan fast, or there is no white apron in my future.
You're a hunter. You know how to work with meat. Use your instinct, use your gut, and pull the rabbit out of the hat.
Thank you, Chef.
Good luck with that.
Out the rabbit.
I am coming out of this battle with a white apron. When Bonaccini gives you lemons, you make a veal cutlet.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes!
You guys having fun up there? You want to switch places? Take off that apron.
It's making me nervous because these are our competitors. They're good. They're very good, all of them.
Jay!
How are you, Chef?
Jay, how you doing?
I'm good, sir.
I'm happy you chose my pantry.
I've been a big fan of yours. My son always asks about you, and he's like, Daddy, that guy's mean.
Your son think I'm mean? Am I supposed to be nice to you now?
I sure hope so.
Tell me what you're making.
Well, I've decided to sear that duck breast, and then I'm gonna let it warm up some more in the oven near the end, so it won't be overcooked.
So what's in here?
Ginger, scallions, gooseberry, soy.
I like that. I like that. It's got good flavor. And I'm saying that not just to be nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef. Wow, that was scary.
Yeah, you know, as a fellow LGBT person, I'm definitely, you
Justine,
know,
how are you?
Hi, Chef.
What are you making here?
That's okay.
Doing a crepe, whipped cream with blue cheese.
You have some langoustines?
Yes, butter poached out.
Sounds ambitious. You don't seem very nervous at all. How come?
No, this is what I make at home.
I hope you can back that confidence up.
I will.
You know, it's just
I am getting that apron. There's no doubt about it.
it's above and beyond, you know, what you expect.
Chef Alvin, tell me why my pantry?
Well, when I was in grade 11, I went with my best friend to Hong Kong for 3 weeks. Completely opened up my culinary pantry for me, and that's how I've cooked ever since then.
Fantastic. Tell me what you're doing.
Sesame crust duck breast, can do umami dressing for that with some apricot, a little bit of the fish sauce.
Sounds impressive. Can I taste what's in that blender?
Absolutely.
You know, I like that. I like that.
Thank you, Chef Alvin. Appreciate that.
Good luck.
Chef Alvin liked the sauce, so that's good.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes left.
I'm just really trying to hold off on pulling out my pork because I want to make sure that it's cooked all the way.
Performance-oriented and smart as we
Have a look over at Justine's station. She seems to be taking on a lot of different techniques.
I'm putting everything on the line. I'm cooking for my life.
Jay, sauce, beautiful. Only problem is I am suspicious that the duck looks a little bit overcooked. Matt, on the other hand, duck, nicely cooked. He knows what he's doing. He's very confident.
I'm gonna try and get this nicely plated here, down to the wire.
2 minutes!
They probably have like creativity and
Okay, that should come out.
You should be plating now.
My biggest concern is the time right now. It's really ticking. I haven't even thought about plating.
Shoot, it's still chewy. It's because it's not cooked all the way. If I cut it up right now and toss it in the sauce, I might be okay.
1 minute!
You know, abstract.
Beautiful plate. Show us you deserve that white apron.
They're not moving fast enough. They need to hustle.
I'm the Alberta boy. If I screw up this protein, it's all over for me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
I missed out on my sauce that I wanted to go with
I tried my best. It's been a few hours, but I'm gonna put the lasagna in the oven.
the duck. I'm pretty disappointed in myself.
And I'm not too confident in my plating, but I'm pretty sure I cooked that veal to be perfect.
During the challenge we watched, we discussed, and we learned a lot about what each of you bring to this kitchen. Matt and Justine, we're not going to taste your dishes.
I have no clue what's going on.
They're not gonna taste our dish?
Based on what we've seen, we've already decided that you both deserve a spot in the top 12.
Yes.
Please come up and get your aprons.
I'm in the top 12 of MasterChef Canada. Everything I worked for just paid off.
Top 12 MasterChef Canada!
I did it. This is the catalyst to the rest of my life, and I'm so excited for that.
Now, there's 6 of you left vying for only 2 coveted spots. There is a lot riding on these tastings.
Jay, please bring up your dish.
The sauce is supposed to be the best part of my dish. Just knowing that I messed up, it's tough.
What do you have here?
It's fried duck breast on chow mein.
You sound a bit nervous. What's wrong?
Forgot to put my sauce over it.
You forgot the sauce. That is going to make a big difference.
Sorry, chef.
How did you do the noodles?
Sauce, chow mein.
You sound a bit nervous. What's wrong?
Forgot to put my sauce over it.
You forgot the sauce. That is going to make a big difference.
Sorry, chef.
How did you do the noodles?
I boiled it and then fried it with sesame oil and some mirin and some soy.
Kind of like a braised noodle, right?
So,
Great texture, nice flavor, good balance, cooked perfectly.
thank you.
I hope it makes it. I mean, I don't want to forget to put the sauce already, you know. I gotta try chow mein. No,
It's right.
vegan, is it?
You should never slice the duck breast open and let it rest because all that juice is gonna bleed away, and that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, with the sauce not around, it lacks a bit of taste. It's gonna be a hard one for me.
Thank you, chef.
Yo, this was a lasagna 1,200 calories. No, it's 1,800. I can barely eat half. But I'll save the rest in the refrigerator. That's interesting, and then I'll just eat that tomorrow, maybe. I'll also have a fucking pizza, you know? A fancy Italian pizza that tastes like 20 euros. Also, you have to divide into two. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun, honestly. 4 days of suffering. Maybe we should throw it away, yeah?
Jillian, please bring up your dish.
More soups. Meaty soups. I love meat soup. Vegetarian versions. Anyway.
What do you have here?
I have a pine nut and herb veal chop with puttanesca pasta.
Jesus Christ.
How many times have you cooked a veal chop?
Never. I'm really hoping I didn't jump the gun and pull it out of the oven too soon.
What's your instinct telling you right now?
It's a little underdone.
What does it mean to you to be in this kitchen?
It means everything to me. This is my dream.
Well, there's a lot riding on this dish. That's what I call perfection.
It's a relief.
You like garlic?
I love garlic.
Wow. You know, that garlic just seems to overpower the entire dish, unfortunately. Everything else is just hiding.
Yes, chef.
Barry, please bring up your dish.
Woman.
Chef, I have for you a pine nut and herb crusted veal chop and ricotta gnocchi.
Have you made gnocchi before?
Once before.
Not loving those gnocchi. A little on the dense side. What is the cook that you're hoping for on the veal chop?
Medium rare. I like that.
I would definitely call that medium rare. Right on the money. The sauce is actually very good.
Thank you,
It
chef.
could do with just a little bit more balance because cream-based sauces are very, very rich. But all in all, not a bad effort.
Thank you, chef.
Too rich sauce. Ay, ay, ay.
The star of the dish is cooked properly. But I'm no longer 100% confident.
Nee, please bring up your dish.
Chef, I have here on my plate quiche, couscous salad with pine nut, and then I have a veal with thyme, sage, and steamed apple.
There's a lot on this plate.
I'm from a big family, and I've always cooked for my 6 beautiful kids.
You have 6 kids?
6 beautiful kids.
You've been so busy. How do you find time to cook?
It's my passion.
Making kids or cooking?
No, cooking, chef. Cooking is my passion, chef.
Have you ever cooked veal before?
Never, chef.
never cooked
The veal, nice flavor. It's good. It's not great. Let's do the couscous. This is just very dry, very bland.
Yes, chef.
Did you dress it with anything?
Not at all, chef.
None at all?
The time was...
You ran out of time. You ran out of time. Well, that's the problem. I'd rather see one or two things done beautifully. Less is more.
Thank you, chef.
Damn, that sucks.
Chris, please bring up your dish.
I am excited. This is a dream come true, but also I could be going home. I did a lemon tarragon
I need to
veal
wait
chop.
for it. I guess to stop thinking about food and just wait until I'm hungry, you know?
Apple and roasted root vegetables with lardon.
And we're sure it's a veal chop this time.
We are, absolutely, chef.
Did that throw you off somewhat?
A little bit, but once I knew what I was cooking with, I got a lot more confident.
Because you know meat. You're a hunter.
I am. I'm not afraid to handle protein, chef.
On the plating, it does look a little bit...
A little rustic.
A little rustic is a good way to describe it. I think had you done a little bit of a little pile and had that chop sitting up on it, get a little bit of elevation, it would have enhanced the presentation.
Elevation, elevated.
You know, I'm hoping that this is going to be cooked. A nice rosé pink on the inside.
Yes, chef.
Yeah, I had a bad sleep schedule before, but nowadays, you know, I go to sleep at 6 p.m. and get up at 1 a.m., you know. But if all
You
people
happy
do
with
that,
it?
No, I'm not. It's a little overdone.
See how it tastes.
there should be like twice the
Surprisingly, very good.
points of having
With a
sleep
simple
schedule
seasoning that
other
you put
people
on it.
actually
For me, it's
maybe
all
should
about
care
the
about.
presentation, where you have fallen flat.
I'm here to learn. That's my primary focus here.
I hope so.
Taya, please bring up your dish.
I would be mortified if I disappointed Chef Claudio with his own ingredients.
Walk me through this dish.
Well, I was trying to go for a tostada. I wanted to do a spicy pork belly mole.
Have you made mole before?
I've never made mole before.
I think mole is the most difficult sauce to make. You took a huge risk.
I did.
You know, the plating needs work. It needs to be more refined.
It just felt like I didn't have enough time to really think it through.
Too bad, lol.
For me, this dish is a complete knockout. It is next level.
Oh my God.
Extraordinary. It's incredible. I can't believe you pulled that off in such a short period of time.
Rainbows make me cry.
It is succulent. It is very juicy. Wonderful flavor profile.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I am freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Unfortunately, only 2 of you will have a chance to keep pursuing your MasterChef Canada dreams. And now, we have to make that difficult decision. Please excuse us.
This is my moment to soak in everything about the MasterChef kitchen, because this very well could be the last time I see it.
There are some that I think overstretched themselves with trying to do too much on a plate. And there are others that kept it a lot simpler and true to the vision of the pantry.
I really think I deserve one of those aprons. I've tried really hard to get here.
At the end of the day, sometimes passion isn't quite enough.
I agree. We need skill.
Drive and the belief that you can go to the next level.
This cook was a struggle for me. I am terrified I could be going home.
Calling 24 home cooks down to 12 has not been easy. You should all be very pleased with yourselves for making it this far. But now, as you know, there are only 2 white aprons left.
Those aprons will go to the 2 home cooks that demonstrated the most skill, creativity, and potential. And those 2 home cooks are
and Taya.
I got an apron!
Congratulations.
This is the best moment of my life. I can't even get this grin off my face.
I have always believed in my ability to cook. And now 3 of the best chefs in Canada have agreed.
The rest of you, I know that this isn't the result that you'd hoped for, but please think about what it is that you've achieved. Coming this far is not to be taken lightly. You've made your families and your hometowns very, very proud. Thank you, guys.
That's kind of sad.
This was an unbelievable experience for me that I will remember for the rest of my life.
I never lived the dream before, and I lived it.
Everybody, up in that gallery, get down here.
This is the cream of the crop. I'm gonna cook my heart out. I'm gonna show these judges that I deserve to be not only top 12, but top 10, top 8, top 3, and then number 1.
Congratulations, everyone. You are the top 12.
One of you is Canada's next Master Chef.
Are you ready?
All right. Okay. Very good. God, I'm so tired of seeing this video be recommended. This is gonna be
I just came home from my workout, so now I do what I always do. I make a little protein drink. I take cherry juice. We slice up a little banana. We go and take the whey protein. How do you get the protein as quick as possible into the bloodstream? You're right. A little schnapps directly from Austria. And you pour it in. Not too much.
Not too much.
I just came home from my work.
Allt kan vi lyspassen. Bro, som har tänkt att drömma över her. I'm not taking a drama. It's disappointing, bro. The tube. Can't find anything to look at, wink. Maybe something from my videos then. Usually I don't actually do that. I'm not good enough, you know. Ah, no, it's not that. Some blocked videos, lol. It's one of the first videos I did. I think it's pretty nice. Let's take this one.
Fuck! Let's get the fuck out of here! Holy shit! Oh, come on, get in! Go, go, go!
Look at that fucking shin, man. So how hard it is, maybe? You want to learn scientific activity as long as possible, shots? Listen to this.
People in the room who may
Take some
not know
tips,
Dr.
change some
Michael
things.
Greger.
Some of our
Founding
favorite
member
shit.
and fellow.
Okay, I'm not picking that one. Let's go with this one.
So, without further ado, may I present the founder and director of nutritionfacts.org, Dr. Michael Greger.
There may be no such thing as dying from old age. From a study of more than 42,000 consecutive autopsies, centenarians, those who lived to be 100, were found to have succumbed to disease in 100% of the cases. Though most were perceived even by their physicians to be healthy just prior to death, not one died of old age. They died from disease, most commonly heart disease.
Aww.
If aging kills via diseases, why wasn't my book, How Not to Die, all the longevity book anyone needs? In it, I ran through preventing, arresting, or reversing each of our top 15 killers, starting with heart disease, not only the #1 killer of centenarians, but of men and women across the board, and projected to remain that way in the decades to come. But is it really? Because the single greatest risk factor for most of our killer diseases is how old you are. One could argue that the leading cause of death is actually aging. The rate of death increases exponentially for age-related diseases such as heart disease, cancer, stroke, dementia. So yes, within the same age bracket, Having a high cholesterol can increase your risk of heart disease up to 20-fold, but an 80-year-old may have 500 times the risk of having a heart attack compared to a 20-year-old. Right? Now, the reason we focus on things like cholesterol is because it's a modifiable risk factor. But what if the rate of aging was modifiable too? Instead of our current kind of piecemeal approach of focusing on individual diseases, what about slowing down the aging process itself? You know, when I was a nerdy little kid, I wanted to cure cancer when I grew up. But even if all forms of cancer were eliminated, the average life expectancy in the US would only go up about 3 years. Why? Because dodging cancer would just mean delaying death from a heart attack or stroke. If one age-related ailment doesn't get us, another will. So rather than playing whack-a-mole, by tackling each disease separately, slowing down the rate of aging could potentially address all these issues simultaneously. Imagine if there were an intervention that didn't just reduce your risk of the leading killers, but also arthritis, osteoporosis, sensory impairments, because risks tend to double every 7 years. Like if the average 65-year-old had the health of a 58-year-old, slowing aging by even just 7 years could cut everyone's risk of death, frailty, and disability in half. That's why I wrote How Not to Age. The problem is that the anti-aging field is said to be a fertile ground for cons, scams, and get-rich-quick schemes. As a former president of the Gerontological Society wrote, there have been few subjects that have been more misleading to the uncritical and more profitable for the unscrupulous. Not only does the popular literature on the subject harbor a huge amount of misinformation, but most age-researching scientists, widely known to the public, are said to be unscrupulous purveyors of useless nostrums, according to the editor-in-chief of a leading gerontology journal. When it comes to something as life and death important as to what to feed ourselves and our families, we should rely not on anecdote, but on evidence. That's why I cite everything to the teeth. How Not to Die at about 2,000 citations. How Not to Die at 5,000 citations. How Not to Age ended up with 13,000 citations. All of which I have hyperlinked for you online to access all the original sources so you can download the studies and read them all yourself.
One of the reasons why this guy is the best source of health information in the world. He's the best source. You know, he goes through all the medical literature nobody else does. He's beyond objective.
My aim was to cover every possible angle for developing the optimal diet and lifestyle for the longest, healthiest lifespan based on the best available balance of evidence. My inspiration for writing the book was a consensus document, Interventions to Slow Aging in Humans, compiled by the top researchers in the anti-aging field, the likes of Drs. Longo, Sinclair, Fontana. They were brought together to identify the most promising strategies to combat aging. They identified a list of essential pathways, for example, drugs that can block the hormone IGF-1, or drugs to block the pro-aging enzyme TOR. But I realized as I looked through this, wait, every single one of these pathways could be regulated through diet. That became the first section of the book. The term, anti-aging has been much abused in popular culture, attached to all manner of unproven products and procedures, whereas the term should really be reserved for things that can delay or reverse aging by targeting one of the established aging mechanisms, the so-called hallmarks of aging, the common denominators of the aging process, like, for example, the buildup of misfolded proteins that can be disposed of through autophagy. See, at any given time, most of our cells are producing and assembling more than 10,000 distinct proteins, each of which can become misfolded or damaged at any time and require a cleanup in aisle 3. But during times of excess nutrition, our body figures, why bother, right? We can just toss it in the corner, make another, right? Having evolved in the context of scarcity, our body expects to fall into hard times any day now and can put off spring cleaning until then. But these days, those lean times hardly ever come, so our cells just
Oh, she was 11 million agility XP. I remember it was 5 million. That was like 2 weeks ago.
continually end up hoarding junk. That's where autophagy comes from.
It started to look like my RuneScape 3 character. 99, you mean 100, right? Looks better than 99.
From the Greek words for self-eating, it's a housekeeping process by which defective cellular components are broken down and scrapped for spare parts. This doubles as both kind of salvage operation and quality control, clearing out some of the damaged debris implicated in the aging process while renewing our cells in a sort of cellular reset. As one review put it, the janitor is the undercover boss. Our ancient ancestors often went for several days without food, so autophagy was constantly being switched on. But these days, our cells no longer need to kind of clean out the corners for sustenance, and so the tainted heaps just pile higher and higher, which isn't good because autophagy is essential for lifespan extension. It's not only necessary, but sometimes sufficient for increasing longevity. Self-digestion for lifespan extension. Boosting autophagy alone can boost lifespan, at least in mice, by an average of 12%, and it also boosts health span. Unfortunately, our body's ability to take out the trash declines with age, leading to this vicious cycle. Garbage builds up, accelerating aging, which leads to more garbage buildup. No wonder the drug industry is so eager to pharmacologically modulate autophagy to combat aging, but we can do it naturally. One way is through fasting. Unfortunately, autophagy doesn't really maximally ramp up until after a day or two of fasting, which may be too long to do it unsupervised. Fasting more than 24 hours should probably only be done under medical supervision, ideally in a kind of live-in clinic. In other words, don't try this.
Nice haircut, liberal. Do you get a haircut in a liberal store? I thought a bit about how Americans just clown every liberal. How they're like disillusional and stupid and I can't be taken serious, but then I realized they're really fucking stupid in Sweden as well. They're more refined, but they're still completely lost, you know? It's like, is someone selling a vacuum cleaner kind of politics and mentality?
At home, this is not just legalistic mumbo jumbo. For example, normally your kidneys dive into sodium conservation mode. But should this response break down, you could rapidly develop an electrolyte abnormality, which might only manifest as non-specific symptoms like fatigue or dizziness, which could be easily dismissed until it's too late. Thankfully, there's another way to activate autophagy. You can fast or go fast. Exercise induces autophagy. As one of the researchers said, I've always known exercise was good for you, but when we found out it increases autophagy, I finally got a treadmill. You have to do it enough, though. Autophagy is activated after 60 minutes of moderate intensity exercise, but only 20 minutes fails to move the needle. What about diet? Any foods to avoid? In 2021, we found out that acrylamide can inhibit autophagy, at least it sells in a petri dish. Acrylamide is a toxin concentrated in French fries and potato chips that's formed during the frying process. The fact that high acrylamide exposure is associated with as much as double the risk of premature death would be consistent with an anti-autophagy effect, though diminished lifespans among eaters of fatty, salty snacks isn't exactly a revelation. You can't know if it's cause and effect until you put it to the very nice. Before being asked to eat a bag of potato chips every day for a month, study subjects were given weeks of boiled potatoes mixed with the same amount of fat and salt as the chips. Compared to the fatty, salty, boiled potatoes, their C-reactive protein levels shot up 50% on the chips, suggesting chronic ingestion of acrylamide-containing products induces a pro-inflammatory state.
Jesus Christ.
However, deep frying causes the formation of all manner of undesired foodborne toxicants, so we can't be sure it was the acrylamide. As one of the earliest geriatric medicine textbooks presciently concluded back in 1849, frying is an abomination. If you just must have your French fry fix, air frying produces about 90% less acrylamide. Anything that can help? Well, you know, starving yourself generates discomfort, but there is something that activates autophagy that many people find comforting: coffee. At a human equivalent dose, both regular and decaf rapidly induce autophagy within hours in mice, and coffee can extend the lifespans of some rats. But what about people? Well, in humans, we'll only have observational research, but to date, about 20 studies have followed more than 10 million people over time, and those drinking 3 cups of coffee a day, 13% lower risk of dying from all causes put together.
That's one of the craziest things I remember from the book, and I keep telling people this. Now you believe me, right? You're definitely gonna believe me. If you drink 3 cups of coffee per day, 1.5 mugs, 13% less chance of dying from all sources. Makes you live a year longer.
And
then turns out the green and black tea is living 2 years longer.
Decaf appears to be just as protective, so it's not the caffeine. Coffee contains more than 1,000 bioactive compounds. The polyphenol chlorogenic acid is the most abundant antioxidant in coffee, so researchers started there, and indeed was found to enhance autophagy in human cells. More than 100 coffees have been tested, and the chlorogenic acid levels vary by more than 30-fold. Interestingly, the major contributor to this wide range is Starbucks, with its extremely low chlorogenic acid content, thought to be because they roast their beans so dark that they destroy it. Freeze drying is okay, and brewed has more than espresso. Paper filtered is the best because it traps the cholesterol-raising compounds in coffee, perhaps explaining why those drinking filtered coffee had even lower mortality rates than those drinking unfiltered coffee. Any food components that can activate autophagy? Spermidine, the longevity elixir spermidine. Don't be put off by the name. Spermidine and its byproduct spermine are actually found throughout the body. When it was later independently discovered in the brain and the muscles, they called
Don't show any pictures of a penis, please.
It neurodine and musculamine until they found out, oh, it was all the same compound, and so naming rights defaulted to the less palatable original. Our body can make it from scratch, but we can boost levels by eating spermidine-rich foods, which is good news because spermidine levels tend to decline.
I'm just gonna stop the Twitch stream. They can't show anything like that. I was watching there anyway.
With age, dropping more than half by the time we reach our 50s. This decline is seen across the biological spectrum with one remarkable exception: naked mole rats, also known by their more cuddly nickname, sand puppy. Considered to be a non-aging mammal without any visible signs of aging, almost no decline in physiological function over decades, no typical signs of aging like loss of muscle mass or fertility, perhaps in part because they're able to maintain their high levels of spermidine, something that you also see in human centenarians. To prove cause and effect, extra spermidine was fed to animals, and induction of autophagy by spermidine promotes longevity, increasing lifespans of mice, for example, by as much as 25%. In a database of more than 1,000 life-extending compounds, among the small subset with the fewest side effects, spermidine has the largest documented lifespan extension. Longevity can be improved even when started late in life, kind of the human equivalent of changing your diet when you're already in your 50s. Anti-aging effects were found in the heart and kidneys, rejuvenating immune function, delaying brain aging, and improving cognitive function. Yeah, but this was in animals like fruit flies and mice. I mean, who cares if spermidine cures flies? I've seen your moments. What about in people? Hundreds of men and women, their 40s through 80s, were followed for 20 years, and after looking at 146 different components of their diets, the single most predictive of longevity was spermidine. How much spermidine they were eating. Higher spermidine intake is linked to lower mortality. Those who consumed the most spermidine had a reduced risk of death from all major causes, which is what we'd expect from an anti-aging compound. Critically, the survival advantage persisted even after controlling for dietary excellence, meaning it wasn't just because they're eating healthier foods in general, but specifically spermidine-rich foods in particular. How big of an effect are we talking? Well, the reduction in mortality risk between getting more than 12 milligrams of spermidine a day compared to getting less than 9 was as if those eating more spermidine were 5.7 years younger.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
As if by eating certain foods, they were able to kind of effectively turn back the clock nearly 6 years. The findings were so extraordinary, the researchers sought to replicate their results in a whole new set of individuals and indeed arrived at the same conclusion. This led some to propose that spermidine may be an anti-aging vitamin. When we're younger, we seem to be able to make enough, but as we get older, we may need to start ensuring we're getting enough in our diet.
Sa du det? Wheat germ, vetegroddar.
To maintain autophagy into old age. Well, if spermidine is going to be considered an anti-aging vitamin, where is that vitamin found? Beans are said to have the highest natural amounts, but I compiled a list of the top spermidine sources, and pig pancreas, beat up bean burritos for the bronze. This is virtually every food, averaging at least 2 milligrams of spermidine per serving, with a fermented soy food called tempeh leading the list, along with plain white mushrooms. While some have suggested the genetic engineering of spermidine-rich crops, there are already a plethora of naturally spermidine-rich foods. As a certified dark green leafy snob, I was begrudgingly impressed to see lettuce score so high. Though lettuce is so light, a 100-gram serving would be about 3 cups of lettuce, but even the spermidine little side salads could certainly really add up. In the book, I spent a lot of time going through the entire list, but the single most concentrated source is wheat germ, with 2.5 milligrams of spermidine in just the 7 grams and a tablespoon. It's also the cheapest source, costing as little as 2 cents per milligram. You can't get a lot of pancreas for 2 cents. Does wheat germ actually do anything? Let's randomize people to some dinner rolls and find out. A randomized double-blind pilot in which older adults were secretly slipped some spermidine in the form of wheat germ baked into dinner rolls versus placebo rolls with wheat bran instead, and those with mild dementia improved way beyond all available anti-dementia drug treatments so far. Admittedly, that's not saying much, but what's the harm of sprinkling a little wheat germ on your food? You know, the latest Alzheimer's drugs don't appear to work at all. All you get for your $56,000 is a dramatically increased risk of swelling or bleeding into your brain. When the FDA approved it anyway, the head of the American Geriatric Society replied, "My head just exploded." Maybe they just got slipped a dose of the drug. Anyway, lots of other clinical spermidine studies, but just to wrap up this section, autophagy is considered the primary system for cleaning the body from the inside out. And we can boost autophagy with aerobic exercise, skipping fries and chips, drinking coffee, and eating specific foods to reach a target of 20 milligrams of spermidine a day. I offer similar diet and lifestyle takeaways for each of the other 10 anti-aging pathways, but don't have time to touch on them because there's 3 other major sections to the book. Part 2 focuses on the diets and lifestyles of the healthiest and long-lived populations around the world. The odds of living to 100 have risen from approximately 1 in 20 million to as high as 1 in 50. Why do some people make it and others not? It's not just a matter of picking better parents. Studies following identical twins suggest that only about 25% of the variation in lifespan is explained by genetics. So what can we do for the majority over which we may have some control? The media loves stories of hard-living centenarians who attribute their longevity to some combination of lard, vodka, and favorite brand of cigarette. But how do the oldest and healthiest really eat and live? That's what we have the blue zones for, areas of exceptional longevity around the world where there may be 10 times the rate of those reaching those triple digits, actually named for a color that a demographer used in a kind of heat map of mortality around the globe. What lessons can we learn? Well, the Blue Zones organization distilled findings from more than 150 dietary surveys from the world's longest living people to create a set of 10 food guidelines. The foundation of the Blue Zones food guidelines is making your diet at least 95% plant-based, avoiding highly processed foods, emphasizing beans as the healthiest source of protein, water as the best beverage, and nuts as the healthiest snack. That's the foundation. The final 5 guidelines are go easy on fish, eliminate eggs/sugar, reduce dairy, and retreat from meat, noting that Blue Zone centenarians only eat about 2 ounces of meat or less about 5 times a month. Historically, there have been 5 recognized Blue Zones, but only 1 survives and thrives to this day. The red, white, and blue zone, the Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda, California, with perhaps the longest life expectancy of any formally studied population in history. There are a number of shared Blue Zones lifestyle characteristics: family coherence, avoiding smoking, daily exercise, social engagement, but plant-based nutrition appears to be the principal component, alone accounting for about half the difference in lifespan. No surprise, since the number 1 risk factor for death in the United States is the American diet. So, unsafe sex, bad. Sedentary lifestyle, bad. Alcohol and drugs, especially tobacco, bad. But cigarettes only killing about 500,000 Americans every year, whereas our diet kills many more. We are what we eat, which is good news because it means we have the power. Changing from a more typical diet to a more optimized diet, starting at age 20, would be expected to increase the lifespan of women by about 11 years and men by 13 years. The largest life expectancy gain would be made by eating more legumes, beans, split peas, chickpeas, and longevity. So if there's one thing we could eat, legumes for longevity. Hummus for health.
It's insane.
Then comes whole grains and nuts
exactly.
and eating less meat. Now, for the few of you who aren't 20 anymore, not to worry, starting eating healthier at age 60 could still mean adding 8 or 9 years to your lifespan. Even starting as late as age 80 could add years. Changing your health destiny can start tomorrow morning at breakfast. And it doesn't take much. The NIH...
Yeah, someone with high IQ would be like eat meat until they're 50 or 60 and then eat vegan.
AARP study is the largest forward-looking study on diet and health in history, based on its 6 million person years of observation, replacing just 3% of daily caloric intake from animal protein with plant protein was associated with a 10% decreased risk of overall mortality in both men and women. Just swapping 3%. Of all the animal protein sources, eggs were found to be the worst. Swapping in 3% of plant protein for egg protein was associated with twice the benefit, 20% lower mortality, for swapping in a few British beans for breakfast instead. Harvard researchers found that when it comes to premature death, processed meat was the worst, followed by eggs. In essence, they found that tuna salad may be better than egg salad or BLT, but a bean burrito beat out the bunch. When it came to death from all causes put together, plant protein beat out every type of animal protein, including dairy, fish, and chicken. A 3% swap from chicken to chickpeas or fish to falafel was linked to a 6% decreased risk of premature death. But does eating healthy actually slow down aging? Randomize hundreds of women to a diet centered around healthy plant foods, or exercise, or neither, and though the physical activity failed, those in the plant-based dietary intervention group had a significant slowing of biological aging. Of course, it isn't just about adding years to your life, but life to your years. An unhealthy aging index was devised to measure functional impairments, vitality, mental health, physical health. Substituting even just 1% of calories from plant protein for animal protein appeared to lead to significant less deficit accumulation, and substituting 5% may reduce the risk of dying from the greatest deficit, dementia. That may help explain why those who don't eat any meat at all may be up to 3 times less likely to become demented. But again, it's not all or nothing. In fact, the worst thing about humanity's diet is neither animal nor vegetable, but mineral, sodium. Here are the top 5 fatal flaws of our diet. Millions of deaths may be attributed every year to not eating enough whole grains, not eating enough fruit, not enough nuts and seeds, not enough vegetables, but the single deadliest ingredient in humanity's diet is something we get too much of, and that's salt, our #1 dietary risk factor for death. A recent whopping study, for example, more than 500,000...
I don't care too much about my salt intake. I have such a healthy diet, I don't have to think about it, I guess.
People found that those who salted their food at age 50 appeared to have about a 2-year lower life expectancy compared to those that didn't.
Jesus Christ, man.
So, just swapping out the salt shaker for some salt-free seasonings or salt substitute could potentially add years to your life. How do we know its cause and effect? 5 kitchens at a veterans retirement home were randomized into two groups for a few years, offering meals salted either with regular salt or, unbeknownst to them, a 50-50 blend of regular salt, sodium chloride, with a salt substitute like these, potassium chloride. The kind of salt was the only difference between the meals, and cardiovascular disease death
What did I say? That's a stupid thing to say.
Rates plummeted by 40% in the folks getting the reduced sodium blend. The new difference in life expectancy between the two groups at age 70 was equivalent to that which would have occurred naturally in 14 years. Meaning simply switching to even just half potassium salt, which you wouldn't even be able to taste the difference of, appeared to effectively make people more than a decade younger when it came to the risk of premature death.
That's statistics. That's crazy.
Likes of the Salt Institute have to say about public health recommendations to reduce sodium intake? Well, in testimony before a congressional committee, the presumption that healthier diets would cut health care costs was challenged. Indeed, one processed food defender testified, health care expenditures increase if lifespan is prolonged, right? I mean, if people eat healthier and live longer, it could be more expensive. Noting that if tobacco were banned, the increase in expected lifespan would increase the cost of care of old people. Think how expensive it would be if people started taking care of themselves and didn't conveniently die on time. Ultra-processed foods, often packed with added salt, sugar, and fat, consistently account for more than 50% of our dietary caloric intake. More than half of our diet.
Well, you can stop that. What do you think about that? Would you ever do decrease like hot dogs and bacon and, you know, food that's, you know, is like that's already done in the store, so you're cooking it yourself?
Is junk. Not surprisingly, those foods are associated with significantly increased risk of dying prematurely. So just cutting back on animal foods isn't enough. Healthy plant-based diets are associated with significantly lower risk of dying, but unhealthy plant-based diets are not. In the Harvard cohorts, the more you minimize meat, eggs, and dairy, the lower your risk of death falls. But that's only if you're eating healthy plant foods. If you instead just pile on the junk like chips and soda, you can increase your risk of death overall, even if animal product consumption remains low. Same in the Million Veteran Program study. Healthy plant foods reduce their risk of death, but if your idea of a plant-based diet is fries and a Coke, you're not doing your body any favors. Same with the risk of cognitive impairment. Only healthy plant foods reduce risk.
It should be more clear what's unhealthy plant foods. I guess it's like beer and fries and sugar and
the same with dementia and depression. The same with frailty. Healthy plant foods, good. Plant-based junk, bad. That's why Cornell professor emeritus of biochemistry T. Colin Campbell coined the term whole food plant-based diet. And as a physician, right, terms like vegetarian, vegan, just tell me what you don't eat. I mean, you actually eat vegetables, right? Professor Campbell's physician son and daughter-in-law tried putting a group of vegetarians and vegans on a whole food plant-based diet. In 8 weeks, they lost 10 pounds, dropped their LDL cholesterol 15 points. In other words, vegans may benefit from eating a little more plant-based too. Now, meat is a problem in terms of lifespan. Eating a burger may cut one's life as short as smoking 2 cigarettes. So if it wouldn't even occur to us to light up before and after lunch, maybe we should choose the bean burrito instead. There are certainly ways to make meat safer, though. For example, one of the ways whole food plant-based diets can help is by reducing the load of gerontotoxins, age-accelerating toxins such as advanced glycation end products, also known as glycotoxins or AGEs, an acronym intentionally chosen to emphasize their toxic role in age-related disease. AGEs occur naturally in animals, but dry cooking methods can generate 10 to 100 times more. When muscle cells rupture under dry heat, highly reactive compounds combine with the blood and body sugars to form AGEs within the meat. So even without cutting down on meat, you can significantly cut down on glycotoxin intake just by switching up cooking methods. The safest ways of cooking meat are moist methods, such as boiling, poaching, steaming, stewing. Check out what happens when people are randomized to a meal of fried or broiled chicken breast and veggies, or the same meal with the same ingredients, including the oil, but with steamed or boiled chicken breast instead. That single high AGE meal with a fried or broiled breast induced a profound impairment of artery function within hours. I mean, the steamed chicken still impaired artery function, but not as much as the fried or broiled. So we can eat an age-less diet by switching to moist methods, for example. But, dietary approaches are said to have zero commercial value. And, hey, stewed chicken may not be as tasty, so why not just take a drug to block AGE absorption every time we eat? I mean, it does lower your blood levels of AGEs, is just activated charcoal, like when people are poisoned or for drug overdoses, right? I'm sure our AGEs would also go down if we chased our chicken with some ipecac too. What about fish? Unfortunately, our oceans have essentially become humanity's sewer. Everything eventually flows into the sea. So the consumption of contaminated seafood has become the main route of human exposure to chemical pollutants. Yes, a variety of foods are affected, but the number one source of DDT? Fish. Number one source of PCBs? Fish. Salmon is the worst when it comes to PCBs, followed by canned tuna. Salmon also has the highest levels of dioxin-like compounds. So, on the one hand, fish has long been viewed as a healthy dietary component because of those long-chain omega-3s, but on the other hand, we're so polluting our world that we're now seeing heavy metals, pesticide, flame retardants in fish, forever chemicals, which may explain why, despite their omega-3s, there's been a failure to consistently observe beneficial effects of fish consumption.
I always said that this recommendation for children and adults to eat fish 3 times per week to get smarter in school and stuff is just stupid. What you should eat? You should eat the algae or the flax seeds that the fish get their omega-3 from. Flax seeds is one healthy seeds you can eat, and 1 tablespoon, 2 teaspoons. If you chew a lot or just grind them up into a powder, honestly, grind is a good idea in a coffee mixer or whatever. Gives you 100% of omega-3 you need per day. Much cheaper than omega-3 pill.
So if we had a time machine to go back before the Industrial Revolution, that'd be one thing. But now, we have studies like this, where mice fed commercially available farmed salmon fillets with common levels of persistent organic pollutants were found to develop insulin resistance, glucose intolerance, abdominal obesity, fatty liver, chronic low-grade inflammation. So even just background levels of pollutants that might be presumed to be safe could completely counteract the potential benefits of the omega-3s, in particular leading to metabolic issues. Now for mercury, it's more about brain health. Hundreds of thousands of babies born with brain damage every year, seemingly as a consequence of their mothers consuming mercury-contaminated fish during pregnancy, with the resulting loss of intelligence estimated to cost billions of dollars of lost productivity every year. In the aging literature, there are cases like this. Man with progressive memory loss, tentatively diagnosed with Alzheimer's dementia. His friends and families assumed he was nearing the end of his life. But a detailed history revealed that he had consumed swordfish once or twice a week. When the fish was removed from his diet, his mercury levels fell, and his memory bounced back. No more dementia. So it seemed he didn't have Alzheimer's after all, but rather mercury poisoning from a handful of monthly meals of contaminated fish. You can see the same remarkable reversals with hair loss. Here's a common story. Perimenopausal woman seeks help for hair loss. Blood tests indicate elevated mercury levels, and no wonder, because she had a diet high in tuna. But within 2 months of stopping fish, her hair started growing back, and eventually her hair regrew completely. So doctors should consider screening for mercury toxicity when they see hair loss, since there's something we can do about it. Right? Instructing patients to reduce fish intake could offer relief of symptoms and uncover dietary habits that may be a source of heavy metal-induced hair loss, though admittedly sometimes heavy metal can lead to too much hair. All right.
I was pretty stupid.
What about alcohol? That's from plants? Sorry to be Dr. Buzzkill, but alcohol appears to be humanity's 7th leading cause of death and disability. The safest level of drinking is none.
Ugh.
But wait a second, what about the famous J-curve, where light to moderate drinkers appear to have lower mortality rates than the teetotalers at 0 drinks a day? This may just be an artifact of the systemic misclassification of former drinkers as lifelong abstainers. This leads to the so-called sick quitter effect, where the reason a person may be a non-drinker is because drinking made them sick, thereby making current drinkers look good in comparison. It's the same reason studies can find higher mortality among those who quit smoking compared to those who continue to smoke. It's not that abstention led to poor health, but poor health, rather, led to abstention. When researchers went back and controlled for the error of misclassifying former drinkers, the J-curve disappeared. No more apparent benefit to moderate drinking. In other words, compared to true abstainers, the more alcohol, the more disease, with no apparent protection at low levels of consumption. Even red wine? Unfortunately, interventional trials show that wine can cause inflammation within hours of consumption, both red and white, significantly more than just drinking sugar water, and you get a surge of fat in your bloodstream that you don't get drinking de-alcoholized red wine, the same wine with the alcohol taken out. What about just taking supplements of the red wine compound resveratrol? Oh, you mean the supplement found to nearly triple the loss of brain tissue compared to placebo? No, thank you. The healthiest beverages are probably water and tea. Increasing tea consumption 3 cups a day may decrease the risk of premature death from all causes by 24%. This applied to both green and black tea, though green may have a slight advantage. Part of this protection may be a lower risk of pneumonia. There have been 5 randomized controlled trials showing that those randomized to green tea are about 1/3 less likely to come down with the flu, for example. Within just 1 hour of drinking a single cup of green tea, we can significantly cut down on the rate of DNA damage in our cells, because green tea significantly boosts the activity of DNA repair enzyme in our body that can fix DNA damage. And within a month, drinking 2 small daily cups of green tea can improve DNA resistance to free radical damage in the first place, indicating that green tea has significant genoprotective effects, or DNA protecting effects. Tons more about individual foods and beverages in the book, but let's move on to part 3, where I get into the nitty-gritty. What can we do to protect our bones, bowels, bladder and circulation, our hair, hearing, and hormone balance, immune function, joint health, our minds, our muscles, sex life and skin, our teeth, vision, and finally, our dignity in death. Let me just share a few quick pearls. For example, did you know that 85% of bone-related fracture risk has nothing to do with bone mineral density? That's just been drilled into our heads by Big Pharma and a billion-dollar bone density screening industry. Fractures are primarily due to falling, not osteoporosis. So it's the age-related muscle loss and an impaired balance that may be breaking most of our bones, which is good news because there's something we can do about it. 7 randomized controlled trials, strength and balance training cut fracture rates nearly in half, and that's just during the trial. In the 5 years after this 1-year study ended, those who had previously...
I think I was gonna cut it down. I want to hear about those things again. Bro, I gotta figure out what to do now. I'm just blanking. Well, it was 3 hours of doing stuff. Oh wow, she's been vegan all her life. That was not interesting. Well, I think you guys can listen to some more music. YouTube, you can come to my Kick or my Twitch stream if you want to continue. Goodbye, have a nice time.